A brief message from your friendly neighborhood editing Jordan. This is your content warning. We try to keep things PG-13 around here. However, certain among us have a proclivity towards foul language and foul humor. So viewer discretion is advised. This is your only warning. While we're at it, I should probably note that any opinions stated about a certain tabletop role-playing game are just that. Our opinions. We have been longtime fans and players of the game, and so we have a vested interest in how game mechanics work, and as a hobby in our group, we enjoy yelling at each other over rules interpretations. So everything that we say is all in good fun. With that in mind, however, I will still ask, Wizards, please hire us. Well, with that out of the way, enjoy the show.
Ooh, was that on tape?
I don't think it was. I think you barely scraped by.
It was actually right after.
Dang,
not right after. It was right before.
I was kind of intending for it, but oh well.
I've been polymorphed into a small cube creature of Fallout New Vegas NCR Ranger for this podcast.
And I'm green.
Yeah, the viewers can't see that, but I don't have my webcam with me today, so it's using my default Zoom, which is my Google profile picture, which is an NCR Ranger from Fallout.
It truly is an audio podcast.
It's actually really funny because I'm actually yellow in a green room and my character's red.
I'm also yellow.
In a green room and her character's
purple.
red.
No, purple and then my character's green.
And so I'm red in a yellow room and my character's yellow. Wait, green.
Guys, we got this messed up.
Wait, green. Wait.
We got all mixed up, man. Hey everybody, welcome to the Nat One Podcast, aka Nope, because nope, you're not gonna want to hear what we're about to have to say. I'm Pertuset.
I'm Levi.
And I'm Jordan.
Okay, well.
No, today, as the thumbnail probably indicates, is another Character Forge. One of our favorite little game shows.
I wasn't supposed to just re-upload the one from last time. It has to change every time.
What? Dude! No! No, we're doing our fun little mini games that we like to do all the time. Although Character Forge, I think, is probably my favorite one we've done.
I do like the Character Forge.
It lets us engage with culture that is outside of D&D and D&D at the same time in a creative way. So this episode, the last two Character Forges, we rotate who picks the topic that they're on. So the last two were Jordan and Pertuset. So this one was up to me. And I picked, because it's popping right now, with season 3 just coming out, Smiling Friends. That is the topic for this episode's Character Forge.
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it's also
very seasonal.
It's also like Thanksgiving, yeah.
We promise we're chilling out on the holiday specials.
You gotta do Christmas.
Not a big fan of the holiday specials, okay? I'm not.
Oh, so we get Smiling Friends instead. The show that routinely does holiday specials. True.
Okay, wait, this reminded me, because we were talking about holiday specials. I saw a video on TikTok earlier this week that made me die laughing, and it was somebody doing a skit about Charlie Brown, but instead of the Great Pumpkin, it was Linus trying to convince Sally that the rapture was about to happen, and they said in the video, "It's the rapture, Charlie Brown," and I threw my phone. Tangent over, continue.
I think I've seen that before.
It was really funny.
I think I saw that last year.
Sounds like an episode of Smiling Friends.
Yes! Oh, no, Pim, no, it's the rapture. He's like, oh, is everyone really excited for Thanksgiving coming up? No, Pim, no. Have you heard the news? No, Jesus is coming back. Yeah, everyone announced it, although they announced it on X.
Yeah, it got on TikTok. Oh, all right. Well, normally I would do some sort of little skit to try and capture the essence of the show or the thing we're talking about. I cannot hope to have half of the comedic and timing or wit of Smiling Friends, so I think we just jump into it.
Yeah, no, we just gotta go straight into it.
Yeah.
So I guess since I picked the topic, I'll start us off.
You sure?
Yes, because I did, even though I said it before the episode, that I wasn't finished with him, I actually finished in the time that everyone was talking.
All right.
Good job.
So,
Good.
so I'm ready. And my character that I picked was, we know him, we love him, he's everyone's favorite, he's the face of the brand, Pim. Pim's smiling
Hooray!
friend, who I made. Oh, 1 second.
He did made him. Yeah, I'm glad he did Pim and not Squim.
Yeah, no, I was thinking, okay, I'm back. I was thinking about doing Squim, actually, unironically, but I couldn't figure out what Squim would be. I
Yeah, that's real.
because I was like, is there like a warlock or a cleric that's like all about positivity, but like to the point that it's their own detriment? And then I was like, I can't,
Squim.
I
You
don't,
gotta watch season 3,
I
Jordan.
know.
you
I'm
gotta do
2
the
seasons
Squim dance,
behind.
Jordan. You gotta do the Squim dance.
As soon as we are done here, I will go binge it.
Do a little Squim, make a little love, get down tonight.
He does. Yeah, he does do that.
But anyways, so I did Pim instead because Pim is a much more easy to thumb down character, I think. And so since we always do this with the standard of make them level 10,
Yeah.
I made him a level 10, just 10, no multi-class cleric. And he is a
Mm,
peace domain cleric because
that makes
Pim is
sense.
all about bringing everyone together. He loves his friends. He's all about being positive, but not too positive.
Not too positive.
But he's the peacemaker. He's always excited to make people smile and be
See
happy.
that face?
He is John's smiling friend.
Yeah.
And so I figured Peace Domain would fit him for that. I also made him just because I was like, he's small.
Yeah.
Uh,
He's
what?
small and
So I made him
lavender.
a halfling. He's a halfling in
I can
this.
see that.
Yeah, I made him into a halfling. Because also, like, if we're going off of like stereotypical fantasy, halflings are also like really cheery usually,
Mhm.
and they've got
And
like,
purple.
yeah, what, and and like halflings, at least in 2014, they get bonuses to Dex and Charisma, and I thought that was probably applicable just because he's a critter, and the critters usually do funny things where like they randomly get really fast.
That's true. They do
Um,
that. They do the. Drrrr.
yeah, and then obviously he's got some charisma because he's Pim, he's got that little charismatic bone in him.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so at the end of it, because I used point buy, the stats ended up as strength 8 for -1 because I don't think Pim's very strong. So
No.
that was his dump stat. Dex 14 because I made it a 12 and it's got the racial bonus of +2, so it gives him a little bit of Dex, a little bit of Dex. Constitution also 14. That one was just pure point buy. I just kind of did that to make it so that he actually had some hit points. Intelligence of 10 because I don't think Pim's particularly like much smarter than most people in the show. That's not really his selling point as his
No.
character. Wisdom was the one I cranked up. I cranked his wisdom to 17 because you can't go to 18 in point buy. But I wanted it to be up to an 18 because I wanted him to have a +4 in that because he's a cleric, so he should have his wisdom be high. But also, I do think Pim has it because he's the character that's all about we gotta bring people together, we gotta ease over conflicts. I think there's some wisdom in that. But at the same time, his charisma is also a 16 because I think Pim is pretty charismatic, as most of the main cast of the Smiling Friends gang is in their own ways, except for maybe Alan, but I think Alan's is like negative Riz, where it loops back around and then becomes Riz
It's a bell
again,
curve.
because he's so uncharismatic that it becomes charisma. Yeah, but I honestly, I feel like any of the main cast of the Smiling Friends should have a pretty decent charisma stat. Um, and then spells,
Yeah.
he's a cleric, so I didn't have to pick any of his spells. He just gets them. Um,
True.
so he's got all the peace domain spells. In fact, yeah, just because it's a cleric spell list, I'll just read just the peace domain spells, just so that it points out like where he's kind of different in that regard. So obviously peace domain, well, maybe not obviously because people might not have played peace domain actually. I don't know if I've ever really heard of people playing peace domain that much. But peace domain is all about buffing. It's a buffing buffing subclass. So he's got spells like heroism and sanctuary, and he's got aid, and he's got warding bond, beacon of hope, sending. So a little bit of utility in there as well, but a lot of it is stuff like quote unquote I love my friends. It's I'm gonna cast a spell on you that makes you do better. And I thought that was very Pym because of his very first introduction we get in the show is him. Well, no, it's not I love my friends. It's him screaming I love kids. Actually, I forgot about
That's
that part.
true. That is true.
So I was thinking of a famous tweet from a VTuber in which they used that gif to say I love my friends, and I had got it twisted and thought that's what Pym said, but no, he's screaming I love kids. Anyways, the inventory.
Yeah.
Is mostly standard, although there's one specific thing, but like he would have it anyways as a cleric, but I thought like I might as well make this a funny little thing for him to have. So everything that he's got a mace, he's got a crossbow, he's got scale mail, he's got a shield, standard cleric stuff. But I thought, maybe his holy symbol, because he's a cleric, so he has to have a holy symbol. It could be the smiling friend's face. It could be the big smiley face that their office is, because that's like the symbol of the Smiling Friends organization. So that's his holy symbol, is a little like emoji smiley face that he's got.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I didn't give him any feats, because I didn't think there were any feats that particularly really fit off the top of my head. Again, I was making him in a little bit of a rush. Maybe lucky, but honestly thinking about it, I don't think so, because he gets into some pretty messed up situations.
He does.
In the show.
He does
I don't think
routinely
he's
get
lucky
messed
at all.
up. No. What about skills? What skills did you give him?
Oh, true. I gave him a lot of the social skills, because obviously he's a smiling friend, so he's supposed to be able to like read people and help people. So he's got insight, he's got performance, he's got persuasion. Another one I did give him just because I wasn't sure and he had like more to go with, because I didn't want to give him deception, because I don't feel like Pym's the kind of guy to deceive people.
No, I don't think he'd be good at it.
No. So I also gave him history. Not necessarily for any particular reason, but I just felt like, maybe it's something along the lines of like he knows the history of the town he's in because he's so connected with everyone and he loves people so much that he learns all these things about town and all that kind of stuff.
That's
And
kind
then
of true, because there's the ice cream man.
Yeah, exactly. So not necessarily like an academic understanding of history, but like a social history. Like he knows everyone's stories. And then I also gave him medicine, because I figured he seems like the kind of guy to be like CPR certified and know first aid.
True.
So yeah, I gave him medicine as well, because that would be something I feel like's in his repertoire. I didn't have any more than that, but the only other thing I would have given him after that is nature, just because again, that's like, I feel like he'd be the kind of guy to be like, I know about animals because they're so awesome and I love animals.
We did get that in that recent episode. He loves nature.
Yeah, exactly. So that's Pym.
Any other proficiencies like languages or like tools?
Oh, that's true. I meant that. Yeah, thanks for that setup. I gave him, obviously he has Halfling as a language and he has Common, but I also gave him Zemnian because in the Smiling Friends world, all the cartoon characters that aren't human looking people are called critters. And I was just going to have like a crittish language, which actually, now that I think about it, I think you can make a custom language. So I could have just done that.
You can.
This is funnier.
But it's because Zemnian is from Wildmount, which is in the Critical Role world setting. And so like it's like critters, because those are the people who are fans of Critical Role. And that's the language from Critical Role, so he speaks a critter language. Get it?
It's not Schmalugian.
No, it's not Shmulugian. Also, I did think about it while I was saying all of that. I did give him a specific background as well, which was a guild artisan, because he's an established and respected member of a guild, the Smiling Friends.
Oh,
So
sure.
he is a member of the Smiling Friends Guild, which your fellow guild members will provide you with lodging and food if necessary, and pay for your funeral if needed, which, funnily enough, are things that have happened in the show. Because the Smiling Friends do hold a funeral, not for Pym, but for Charlie, in the episode where Charlie dies.
And doesn't come back.
And he definitely doesn't come back. Guilds often wield tremendous political power. They gotten in with the president and future warlord dictator of the world, Mr. Frog. They've got that favor.
Mm-hmm.
If you are accused of a crime, your guild will support you if a good case can be made for your innocence or the crime is justifiable. You can also gain access to powerful political figures through the guild if you're a member in good standing. You must pay 5 gold pieces of dues per month to stay in the guild. I don't think that part's applicable at the end, because I feel like Mr. Boss wouldn't make him do that.
I was going to say, all of this works solely assuming it's all done by Mr. Boss. Everybody else would not do this for him.
No.
Not even Charlie.
Mr. Boss is the heavy lifter for the business.
Dude, you like Super Monkey Ball?
Pim, I knew I liked you. But yeah, so that's Pim. That's what I transformed him. Oh, he has 73 hit points. I just used fixed. I didn't roll them. So he's got 73 hit points at level 10. He's got an armor class, if I actually have him equip his scale mail that he got and his shield, of 18. So yeah.
That's Pimulon.
It's Pim.
Okay. Any questions, Jordan?
Nope. That's the dude with the nerve that sticks out of his head, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. See, I watched most of the first season, so I kind of know what's going on.
How is he purple?
Spray paint.
I could do like, it was a magical accident or something, but I just want to say he was born that way.
Dang.
Nothing.
Born purple.
Nothing special. It's just like, that's what his skin looks like.
Oh my
He's just
gosh.
purple.
All right. Sure. That works. Okay. Well, Jordan, if you're not particularly passionate, I think I'd like to go next.
That's up to you. We can save the worst for last.
Not worst. We're saving the best character. Although I will spoil, audience. I will spoil. None of us picked Mr. Boss.
True.
I think it was one of those things, me personally at least, I didn't pick him because I was like, I don't think I could do it. Yeah. I was like, someone else should do it because they'd be better at it. Which is a shame. But you know what that does mean? If you like this video, let us know in the comments.
We'll
come back
and do us your bill.
Episode.
Yeah. Okay. So here's what I got, right? I did everybody's favorite red smooling frond, Alan, right? Alan Red.
Yes.
Yeah. Ever since episode 1, everybody loved him. He was one of the most quotable characters because he just wanted his cheese.
I just wanted my cheese.
Yes. He's been around for forever. So, I don't really know where to take this. I guess we'll start with race and class. So, class, I picked Ranger for him.
Oh.
He is a ranger. And the main reason I picked ranger is throughout every episode Alan is in, one thing he is shown routinely at being really good at is tracking things and hunting things.
True! That's really true!
It is! So I figured he was a ranger. And race, I picked Hobgoblin. Class, can you tell me why?
Is it because, well, Bugbear would make more sense for that. Don't hobgoblins have really long limbs?
Not particularly. It's because they're red.
That was going to be my second guess. My second guess was going to be because they're red.
Pertuset was the only one that followed the color assignments. For
I tried so hard to find something that was red. I was like, I will not pick a race that's not red, even if it's perfect.
If I wanted to be purple, I'd have to have picked like Grung.
Yeah. I was this close to doing like shifter. Um,
Oh, true. That would be the easy answer. No.
but anyway. Okay, so we got Hobgoblin, Ranger, just straight Ranger. No multi-class and no shenanigans. I didn't feel like it made sense for him. Now there's a lot of mystery surrounding Alan. We don't really know a lot about his backstory, or where he came from, or why he is a smooling frond,
Mm.
or any of that stuff. We just know that he does it. He's the one out of everybody there that really, maybe next to Glep, treats it just like a job. It's just a job. He's just there because it pays. In fact, in the episode where we had the opposing, what were they called? The Frowning
The
Friends?
Frowning
Don't they
Friends,
defect
yeah.
at one point, both of them?
He does. He defects.
Mhm.
He leaves because he's like, they have a better 401k plan. That was his whole
Yes.
reason.
Valid.
But he is shown to have a relatively nice life outside of it all in the Allen episode.
Yes.
So
His landlord really wants to hang out with him.
yes, it was kind of tough to figure out everything that could possibly go for Allen, but I think I've got it all down. I really had to just hone in on what strengths he does display. So I guess next let's go with the stat array. I gave him a 12 in strength because he really admittedly does not have a whole lot of displays of strength. Honestly, more often than not, he usually fails in contests of strength. But so I gave him a 12. That was the second lowest one, or third lowest I could give him. Next was dexterity at 14. He is shown to be somewhat agile and adept. Again, in the Allen episode, he successfully chases after, what's the guy's name? Dr. Spit. The
Yes.
guys that stole his paper clips. The I hate you, Maine. That guy.
DJ Spit, I think.
DJ. That makes a lot more sense than Doctor.
Yeah.
But yeah, he chases after him successfully, including parkour, where he has to like go up a fire escape and even leaps and gets onto a helicopter, which we will return to that. But yeah, so I gave him a relatively high dexterity. Constitution, I gave him 10 plus 0. He has no particular feats of constitution, nor heartiness in general. So nothing special there. Intelligence, I got as maxed out as possible with a
Yeah.
19.
Yeah, I think
Because
that tracks.
Alan is exceptionally smart.
Yes.
Simple smart, but just actual straight up smart. So there was the episode, he revealed that he built the nuclear powered rocket boots that Mr. Boss wears.
Yes.
You got to be pretty smart to figure that one out.
Yeah.
He also came up with the plan for, what was that gross snowman they had? I don't remember his name. He figured out how to preserve him, though.
Either, yeah.
So, point is, Alan is smart, and a simple man as well. He's driven pretty simply, which brings me to my next one. His wisdom, despite being a ranger, pretty low. He's got 13. Not great. But he does not display much signs of super, like, wise wisdom or anything. He's a simple guy. He kind of is just out for himself and what's in for him. There's even times where he kind of fails wisdom kind of stuff because, like, you know, he turned down Mr. Boss's hot dog, which turned into a whole thing.
True. And his little version of him.
And his little version of him. Because he didn't really pick up on, like, how that would have made the boss feel. Which you could argue is maybe charisma or wisdom. At which point I reveal to you his charisma is an 8.
I was about to say.
Really not charismatic.
Charisma's gotta be Alan's dump stat.
Yes, he's really not good with it. So he's not particularly wise, and he's not particularly charismatic. In fact, the bare minimum thing, the thing I've been referencing over and over again in the new season, he's sent on a job with Glep, and he's like, this is a very important job, Glep, we can't mess this up. And as soon as he answers the door, he says, "Hi, we're the Smooling Franz." He messes it up from the get-go. So I was like, yeah, he's gotta have terrible charisma. He cannot talk to people. Oh, so yeah. So that's our stat array. What else do I got? Let's see. Let's go to skills next. So I gave him proficiency in Arcana, I think because I just had an extra one, and I was like, it's intelligence. Sure. Yeah. He might as well. There's no crafting.
That's this world's version of nuclear science.
Yeah, exactly. Similarly, I gave him history, but his I feel like would be more of a learned history, right? Like he knows stuff. And then investigation, similarly. That one is proven because he was able to track down and find out where his cheese was.
Yeah, true. And the paperclip.
And the paper clips. And that too, I completely forgot to mention that, but he was able to deduce that the one man's old nose looked exactly like the specific paperclip, which
Yeah.
would have taken a genius otherwise. Um,
But you can't be serious.
and
No,
then
this can't be happening.
it's pretty much every int skill. Yeah, I think it actually is every int skill because the oh wait, no, I'm missing one. He has nature. He knows nature, which again I feel like relates to the nuclear thing, right?
Yeah.
Like you got to
Yeah.
understand how things work. And there is also in that same Alan episode, he gets tossed into a coast and goes into a cave, and he's able to chase down a pirate on a boat, and also gets eaten by a giant sea worm, and he knows almost intuitively how to get out of the stomach of the sea worm.
Man
He's
knows nature.
also he's able to identify a cryptid at its site as well. He was able to figure out what the Bigfoot was, which
Man
most
knows
people
his
couldn't
nature.
do. Yeah. And then lastly, he also has survival, which partially hunter, but also in the Allen episode, like I just mentioned, he's pretty good at getting out of sticky situations and tracking things.
You got a great source in the Allen episode. It's
The
a
Allen
really good
episode's
primary
really
source.
useful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which the actual Allen episode is entitled A Allen Episode, not N, A Allen
A.
episode.
Which
makes
implies we
my
are going to
brain
get
itch.
B Allen episode at some
Yes.
point.
Well, if
True.
you remember at the end of A Allen episode in the post-credit scene, his landlord who had last committed seppuku ritualistically is brought back to life in the morgue and says
Yeah.
that they will hang out.
They will hang out.
So there will be a B Allen episode.
There will be.
Oh my.
Man, I love smoothing fronds. Okay. Next let's go ahead and go to spells. He's a ranger, so no cantrips. First level, I almost Brandon teched this, I Dylan teched it. I tried to do stuff that's a spell, but it's not, we're gonna consider it like as he's doing it not as a spell, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's doing it with technology and stuff. You're gonna love this one. So I did for first level, we have alarm, because in the Allen episode, an alarm wakes him up.
Yep.
I don't know what else to tell you. We gave him jump because again, remember he leapt from a rooftop and managed to grab a helicopter mid-flight.
True.
So jump.
Yeah.
Similarly, other than just being like, there's nothing that would enhance his speed, and he was able to keep up with DJ Spit, so I gave him long strider as well to
Yep.
enhance his speed when need be. Second level, I gave him dark vision because again, he went into a cave and he also went into the walls of the Smiling Friends office and was able to see more or less in there. We gave him locate object. Again, paper clips, cheese. I don't think I need to say anything else.
Specifically
and-
that, nothing else, just
Yeah.
paper clips and cheese.
Lastly, we gave him pass without trace because if you remember in the Allen episode, there were several times where nearby people were unable to detect him, specifically when he snuck past the Bigfoot as it was urinating and he got into the cave.
Yeah.
So that's all the spells.
It's just...
I did give him 2 feats, as I remember. Let me see here. Oh, his fighting style, I gave him dueling because he has routinely been seen to be more efficient in fights when he's doing a one-on-one than when he is in a group setting. He is, in fact, has anti-feats. He has feats where he specifically loses in group settings. Quite naturally. Natural explorer. Or his favorite enemy, beasts and constructs. Beasts I picked because that's the guys in the walls as far as I'm concerned. That's a
Yep.
beast.
Yeah.
Construct, I don't remember why I picked that.
Dang.
Oh well. I gave him a language Gnomish because Glep is his best friend. That was a bonus language that he had. I also gave him deep speech and primordial because Rangers get a lot of languages.
Mhm.
Then for natural explorer, the 3 terrains he prefers, I picked forest because of the haunted forest across from the Smiling Friends office, right?
Yep.
I picked arctic. And then I picked coast because again there was the Allen episode where he was on the
He goes
island.
to the coast.
Yeah, he goes to the coast.
And also probably does he go somewhere Arctic in the Allen episode, or am I crazy? Am I making that up?
I straight up don't remember, and I watched it earlier today.
Just left your brain.
Yeah, if it was for a split second. I could have swore urban was a thing, but I guess maybe that's only land or like the Circle of Land Druids is urban, but I thought also
Maybe. I thought it
terrain.
was like a terrain. I don't know. Or
But I
maybe
couldn't
it's in a
find it.
supplement somewhere that's not like official
Maybe.
content. I don't
That's what
know.
I would have done in place of Arctic, though, if I could have.
Mm.
I just couldn't find it. Um, he is. Oh, I forgot to mention. Yeah, he's a hunter ranger again because he hunts. Um,
Cheese and paper clips.
yep. We gave him the other options that he had for like his hunter's prey thing was like horde breaker and stuff like that. Which again, he's not good at that. So instead, I gave him
No.
Colossus Slayer, which makes
Dang.
sense because he did tear down the giant world serpent.
He did.
And then we have for defensive tactics, there was another one where he was able to do well in a group. He like couldn't have like you couldn't get flanked or whatever. Didn't give him that because he lost. Instead, I gave him Steel Will. You have advantage on saving throws against being frightened because Alan is never frightened.
He's never afraid.
Nope. I think the only time we've seen him get frightened is when Mr. Boss told him the situation they were in the beginning of season 3, and maybe also. I mean, you could argue the whole Halloween episode from season 3 as well might have been a thing, but I really don't know who failed that, if anybody. It might have just been Pim. I don't know. So yeah, I think that's all we got for him. As a Hobgoblin, he does get a thing. He gets a few things. He gets Fey Gift, where you can use the help action 4 times, or you can use the help action as a bonus action 4 times, and you can do bonus stuff. You can give temporary HP, you can increase walking speed, or you can make things do more damage. Or no, they get disadvantage on their next attack roll. So there's the Smiling Friends part. And Fortune from the Many. If you miss an attack roll or fail a saving throw, you can get a bonus to the roll equal to the number of allies you can see. So it helps him, but it's because he has friends around. Smiling Friends tech, dude. We're doing this. Tools, I gave him a disguise kit because in the most recent. No, 2 episodes ago, in the second most recent episode, he has announced that he's going to Comic-Con and he's dressed up as a magical girl. So I gave him proficiency in a disguise kit.
This is true.
I gave him Navigator's tools again, Alan episode, he's able to get around. And I gave him Tinker's tools because, again, nuclear rocket boots.
I forgot I also gave Pim Tinker's tools, but now I don't remember the reason.
That's okay. So I think that's just about. Oh, and background. I gave him Sage because, again, we have no idea about Alan's history really, but he's so smart. I figure he has to be learned from somewhere, like college or something.
Yeah.
Or maybe not even. But point is,
Smiling
he's a
friend with a
smart
master's
guy.
degree.
Yeah. I don't know. So I think that's it. My final and last like big reveal, his inventory is actually nothing.
Not even cheese.
Because if you think about it,
just
throughout all
wears
the
his
episodes,
tie.
he just wears his tie. He's not ever shown using anything other than what is immediately around him, and when he is done with it, he discards it.
Yep.
He doesn't even take the little Mr. Boss. He gives that away immediately.
Immediately.
The only thing he has is his tie.
Wow.
So I gave him literally nothing in his inventory. He has absolutely nothing. All it says here is add starting equipment or gold. So that is Alan Red. I wanted to throw a reference to his evil version Alan, which is the Spider Alan from the most recent episode, but I was like, that's technically a different character.
Mm-hmm.
Any questions?
Why did your face just become red?
Because I maxed out my zoom and it reflected back at me.
I see.
Oops.
All right.
Any
Well,
questions?
I don't think I have any questions. I think you were pretty efficient with that. You covered all the
Yeah.
bases. I think
Thanks.
it's honestly probably like that's pretty spot on, I think. But I mean, it helps a lot that, like you kept saying, we have the Allen episode.
Mhm.
We have the Allen
You
episode.
have the
so you
lore
can
dump about the
really-
specific
we
character.
can really get a lot of breadth for building Allen with the Allen episode. But that also kind of that railroads you a little bit because we know so much in that regard about Allen, but then we don't know about other things, like you said, about like his background. But we know enough that it's like, okay, there are definitely certain things that I have to pin down, right?
Yes.
So yeah,
There's like a checklist of things I had to account for.
a little bit of a give and take with that.
It was fun. It was nice. Like I said, I wouldn't mind doing this again to do Mr. Boss because if I was the only one here and I didn't have to think about somebody else, I would have just picked Mr. Boss because I love Mr. Boss.
All right. Well, last but not least, Jordan.
Oh, last but very least. Not because of the character, but because of me attempting to build this character.
She hates smiling
I
friends.
hate it. I need to go watch it. I don't know why I stopped. I enjoyed it when the first season came out, and then I think I just forgot about it.
Yeah.
As one is to do with television shows. I built Glep, and
Yeah.
we're gonna see because
Yolanda.
I watched several like clip edit videos of just Glep bits, and then I also read the wiki, so we're gonna see how it
Yes.
goes. So Glep is a deep gnome eloquence bard.
Dang.
Eloquence board?
Yeah, yep.
All right.
There's kind of a train of thought.
Okay.
So I should preface this by saying that technically, according to D&D Beyond, he speaks Common, Gnomish, and Undercommon, but I'm gonna say that he only actually speaks Gnomish, so he understands Common, Gnomish, and Undercommon, but only speaks Gnomish.
Yeah.
I feel like that makes sense. And so basically, he's an eloquence bard because he does replace Mr. Frog at one point for a brief time
That's
when they
true.
cancel Mr. Frog. So there's kind of a performance aspect there, and then he maybe possibly becomes president of the United States at some point. So then I just decided I was going to build a politician in D&D Beyond.
Oh. Oh, okay.
And the eloquence part, because he only speaks his little gibberish language, but based on character reactions to the things that he says, it seems like he's fairly well spoken.
They
That's
do
true.
seem to understand him,
Like,
even if we
yes.
don't.
The way that like the audience doesn't know what he's saying, but based on character interactions and character reactions, whatever he's saying seems to be quite well thought out and put
Speaking
together.
British.
He does know the right thing to say at the right time sometimes because
Mhm.
in the camping episode he just says, "Yeah."
He does. He does. Which that makes you that you have to wonder, does he know that word in English, or is it like a loan word? Is that like a word that British and English share?
No, I think he just
Maybe.
said it. I think he just said it in English,
You
man.
just said it in English.
Yeah.
It's the one word.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have with bard proficiencies, and this is where I kind of bent it into he's a cartoon, so what would be funniest? He has
Oh,
proficiency in bagpipes, the hand drum, and the war gong are his three instruments that he can play as a bard. He also has proficiency in Tinker's tools, and I don't remember why. So we all three
what?
independently did that. I don't know why.
Awesome.
He has dark vision out to 120 feet. That's just a deep gnome feature.
Oh.
And then and then his stats are he has a 10 in strength, a 9 in dexterity, a 12 in constitution, a 16 in intelligence, a 13 in wisdom, and a 17 in charisma.
Yeah.
Why is his deck so low?
Because I had to figure out somewhere to put it. I don't know.
Dang.
He has been captured multiple times.
This
He
is
seems easy to
true.
pick
He has
up.
been captured more often than he's been able to get away, despite his small size.
Because I feel like because of his small size, to me he looks easily like snatchable, and so that was kind of the thought process behind the the decks. Because you can run all you want, but if you can just be picked up and moved somewhere, it doesn't really do you much good. And then the skills, because he's a bard, he has half proficiency in everything, but he has expertise in. This is where we get into me just building a politician in D&D Beyond. He has expertise in deception, history, performance, and persuasion, and then he has proficiency in insight, which I thought was just a
Okay.
Smiling Friends. Like,
if you're gonna work
I
for
feel
the
like
Smiling
insight
Friends, you
makes
gotta
sense.
have insight.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
did I do anything special? I didn't really do anything. Well, he has a great club as his weapon. Again, that was I think it's funny.
Yeah.
And then for spells, oh wait, I did give him a feat. Hold on, let me find it, because I think I gave him Artificer Initiate and I can't remember why.
What?
What?
I don't know. I
Why?
have no idea. I made this
What
last
happened?
night. I don't know. He's got Artificer Initiate for some reason, and he has. That's where the Tinker's Tool proficiency comes from.
But why any of it?
I don't know. Well, he has Magic
What?
Stone and Grease as his two spells that he gets from the.
Wait, is it because he's
Why?
always playing a game? Is it because he's always playing a game on the
It's because
beanbag?
the iPad. Yes.
Yeah, when you said Magic Stone, it clicked.
Because a lot of his spells are also based on the iPad.
But what about the grease? Wait a minute.
Yeah, where's the grease come
Grease
from? in
was
this
another
equation?
cartoon pick that I just thought was
Okay.
funny.
Okay.
Same reason why he has fish as a cantrip.
Oh,
That's not real. That's homebrew. Get that
But it's
outta
in there
here.
and it's funny. So he has fish, magic stone, message, prestidigitation, and also some of these are just like standard bard picks because I was trying to make like a semi-functional character.
Mhm.
And then I think that this is why does he have that? I swear to God, I made this
Awesome.
character. He has animal friendship and corpse bomb.
Listen, this is why, even though I was a little bit rushed, if you make it day of,
you remember
you
everything.
remember
remember
reasoning.
why you made the choices you do.
I think corpse bomb was another cartoon pick.
I was gonna
Cure-
say.
Cure wounds because bard, detect magic because bard, and then grease as previously discussed. Gift of gab because politician and television appearances.
Yeah.
Knock because knock is cool. Pyrotechnics because bard. See invisibility because bard. Suggestion because television appearance and a politician. There's kind of a a pattern here. Major image and sending because iPad. Hallucinatory terrain because iPad. Why does he have awaken because I thought it would be funny, and scrying because iPad.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What's his
That's
background?
I made him a noble because I didn't know what else to put.
No, I mean that's a really funny idea to fathom.
I mean, we kind of don't know.
We don't.
There's not
That's why I
much
thought it was
information
funny.
on who Glep is. So yeah,
He
There's
could
really
be
not much
anything.
information on hardly any of the characters.
Well, and
no,
I think his hat
honestly-
is very regal, so he's a noble.
Alan is probably the most fleshed out because of the Alan episode out of
Mhm.
all of them.
Mm.
And
Mr.
even then, we
Boss.
still don't know too much about his past.
We do know about Mr. Boss, his mom, and how he sold her urn to buy his gaming laptop, if I remember right.
Yes.
Yeah, sold her ashes.
And we know a little bit about
That's
Pim's
deeply
family
sad.
from the very first episode because we
Yeah.
go see them and they're
Yes.
awful.
We don't know much else. We know a little bit about Charlie in passing, but I think that's about it.
Yeah.
I think it's already been announced that the final episode of season 3 is called Charlie's Uncle Dies and Doesn't Come Back.
Oh,
Continuing the trend.
Yep.
dang.
All right. Well, otherwise, I'm satisfied with that. I'm glad you didn't jump for the strat of Glep being just a wizard, because I feel like everybody would see the hat and be like,
and
wizard.
I saw that and I was like, I can't do that. I have to do more research. Even though part of it was a bit because I'm like, what cartoony spells can I pick? There actually was some thought put to it, and like, because also if you read Noble with him having been on television and also being a member of the Smiling Friends, it does make sense because it gives you connections and like you're generally
That's
like,
something I didn't think about, but what we could totally do in the future is like if the character is commonly seen with an accessory, we could try to get like a magic item that would fit that accessory.
Yeah, I could have done
There
Alan's
you go.
tie.
You could have done Alan's tie. I could have done something
know
for
what it would've
Pim's
done.
like
Could have done
belt
the hat,
because he
yeah.
wears he wears normal clothes, but
You-
he's got a belt, and there are several D&D
You should have
magical
done
belts.
his little hair.
His little
the nerve.
And then
Yeah.
you could have tried to get something for Glep's hat. So that's something to keep in mind for the future.
The iPad ones are killing me.
I took the iPad idea and ran with it. I'm now realizing that
It's
that's
really
most
funny.
of the
Is
wild choices were because of the
Because of
iPad.
the magic
Yes.
stone?
That's exactly what it was. I'm
And
glad
the moment
somebody.
it clicked for Pertuset,
Yeah.
it was really good.
I was like, wait a minute.
All right. Well, that's another successful episode of Character Forge, I think. So let us know in the comments. Get in the comments. Tell us your builds for your Smiling Friends characters. Tell us where you think we did bad or good, where you would improve or worsen our builds.
Let us know if you want us to do more Smooling Franz.
Yeah, we could do a sequel, Character Forge, in the future.
True.
Or not. Let us know if you hated it and you think we should never do Smiling Friends ever again. But please be nice. We don't want our feelings to be hurt.
Yeah, we're not the frowning friends.
Yeah. Okay, bye-bye.
Hey, we hope you enjoyed the episode you just listened to. If you really like our content, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications on YouTube, and look for us on Spotify. If you'd like to see us continuing to do more fun projects in the future, consider supporting us on Patreon. You can find our page linked in the description above all of our other social media links. And finally, if you'd like to keep up with the zany shenanigans of our lives and check out some more skit-based content and things like that, check us out on Twitter and TikTok, links in the description. And hey, thanks!